Wait. They say you can come to Cape Town without making a pilgrimage to the Winelands, the region famously known for, well, vodka. Kidding. Wine, of course. But whether you're a wine enthusiast or someone who thinks a sommelier is someone from Somalia, you might still enjoy a trip here. And in this video, we're going to show you the places you can visit in a day. Hey there, Tipiter! We are Vince and Yosh. Over the past 14 years, we have been traveling to experience much of what this world has to offer and share with you which places and activities are worth your hard-earned money. In this episode, we're focusing on Cape Winelands, which you can easily explore on a day tour from Cape Town. But before we begin, if you're new here or you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, please take the time to do just that. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon beside it, then select all so you're always notified whenever we have new uploads. We're now past 200,000 subbies, so thank you. If you're watching this on Facebook, don't forget to follow and like this page and join our million-strong community. It's easy to see why the Winelands is a must-visit as soon as you arrive. Just an hour drive from the city center and suddenly, you're surrounded by vineyards and mountains that look like they were designed specifically to make your friends back home jealous. But here's the thing, the Winelands isn't just about wine. Even though, yes, wine does play a starring role here. You've got oak-lined streets, dreamy Cape Dutch architecture, and towns like Stellenbosch and Franschhoek that are so posh and charming, you half expect to bump into a bougie reality star housewife making a scene. I'll be the first to tell you that I still have barrels to learn about the science of winemaking and the art of wine appreciation. But still, we headed to the Winelands. So stick around to watch us nod thoughtfully at flavors we may or may not be tasting, attempt to pronounce pinotage or mosba, this word correctly, among other things, and say, yes, I like the notes of berry in this. So let's get into it. Here are some of the best things to enjoy in Cape Winelands if you only have one day. Wine tasting in the Cape Winelands is basically the grown-up version of a candy store visit, but classier and with more swirling. Whether you're a wine snob or just here for the photos, you'll find even greater appreciation for the vino here. Many estates produce certain varieties of grapes, but most wine tasting activities will allow you to try a wide range from delicate whites to bold reds. One of these is Anthony Rupert Wines. Located on the Lomoron farm, this estate offers an unforgettable tasting experience. Its roots can be traced back to 1694, when much of Lomoron was converted into vineyards. But it was in 1969 that the Rupert family purchased it, transforming it into one of South Africa's most recognizable wine producers. Today, it's known for its premium wines, including their flagship Cape of Good Hope and Protea ranges. In many places around the world, some wine tasting sessions include a walk around vineyards and a tour of the facilities, but for most, including the Anthony Rupert wines, it's exclusively a tasting session. At least that's what we booked. When we arrived, we were led to a room that we were to explore while waiting and were given a welcome glass of wine. We spent some minutes admiring and inspecting the photographs on the wall, depicting the history of the estate. I particularly like this window at the end of the hallway because this is where we practiced, what's that line again? Yes, I like the notes of berry in this. Just kidding, again. But seriously, I'm not a sommelier, but I'll try my best to describe each wine as I tasted it. When the session started, we were presented a menu containing different flights of wines. Oh, for the uninitiated, like us, in the wine world, a flight refers to a selection of wine usually presented in a row for tasting. I had the Cape of Good Hope flight, a 4-piece composed of 2 reds and 2 whites. The Ultima Sauvignon Blanc was supposed to be dry, but for some reason smelled and tasted sweet to me. It's very fruity, dominated by guava. And then this Chardonnay was full-bodied, acidic, and very citrusy. It made my mouth water with one sip. And then this Pinot Noir was tart with hints of sweetness, earthiness, and bitterness that reminded me of coffee of all things. And finally, I had this Pinotage. This one's very dry and had little aroma no matter how much I swirled it in the glass, but it did have a fruity finish. I was told I was supposed to detect plum, but what my uncultured taste buds and untrained palate got was berries. And yes, wait for it. Yes, I like the notes of berries in this. Yeah, I finally got to use what I practiced. Vince, on the other hand, had the Anthony Rupert flight, consisted of three reds from their flagship range. And yes, I also got to taste them because I'm a greedy mother effer like that. His Merlot, the Anthony Rupert Merlot, was full-bodied, 14.5% alcohol content, and Vince said it tasted dry to him, but I don't know what was wrong with me that morning or in general, but it was sort of sweet to me. Not sweet, but there was a sweetness to it that reminded me of blackberries. Maybe I'm mistaking fruitiness for sweetness. And then there's the Syrah. Now, this was dry for me, but it had strong hints of spice and oak. We were told this was a special bottle because it was produced in 2019 during the drought, so there were only a limited number of bottles that year. Finally, Vince had this glass of Optima that I didn't get to taste. Maybe Vince got tired of sharing his wines with me. For something a bit different, gearheads and history buffs alike should check out the Franschhoek Motor Museum. I can't say I care much about cars or know a lot about it, but even with my indifference and ignorance, I still truly and thoroughly enjoyed gawking at these expensive cars. Dedicated to showcasing over 100 years of automotive history, it has over 220 vehicles ranging from antiques to modern supercars. Whether you're into old-school Rolls-Royce or Ferrari or Volkswagen, this auto museum has it all. But don't expect to see them all in one visit. The collection on display rotates every season, giving you a different set of cars every visit. The museum is located on the same Lamoureux estate as Anthony Rupert wines. The fact that it's tucked away in wine country just adds to its allure. The entrance fee is only 90 Rand, but advanced reservation is required. Another essential stop is Boschendal Estate, one of South Africa's oldest farms, dating back to 1685. This historic property offers a little bit of everything: wine, food, outdoor activities, and history. Boschendal is vast, with vineyards, orchards, and gardens that you can explore at your leisure. But one of the biggest draws here is Werf Restaurant, a farm-to-table gem that celebrates premium proteins including grass-fed black Angus beef, pasture-raised lamb, and forest-reared Duroc pork, and fresh, seasonal produce grown right on its own food garden. The food is as much of an experience as the wine here, with dishes that highlight local ingredients in creative ways. The first to be served was this complimentary here we go again. Mosbolikis, a uniquely South African bread. This was our first time stuffing our face with it, and we truly enjoyed it. Traditionally made by the Afrikaner community, these buns are flavored with mos, which is the Afrikaans word for must, which is the fermented grape juice left over from winemaking. That juice gives the bread its characteristic light, airy texture and a subtle hint of sweetness. These buns were a bit spiced with aniseed and served with a little cup of butter. The tradition of mosbolikis dates back to early Cape settlers who baked these during the grape harvest season. So really, you could say they're like the love child of bread and wine. For starters, we had shaved smoked Duroc pork, which was smooth textured and had a good balance of fat and meat. It was served with grapefruit salsa and local burrata at the center, and then sprinkled with crushed pistachios, rocket or arugula, and garden herbs. It also had sourdough crisps on the side. Our guide had lentil tabula, which was lentil salad tossed with red onion, cucumber bits, chopped herbs, local olives, and olive oil. For mains, I had sticky beef short rib, which was slow smoked and crowned with grilled carrots, toasted onions, and orange zest. Some bites were bordering on dry, but it was really tender and the flavors were on point. Vince had free-range roasted chicken sitting atop a fondant potato, drenched in a mustard and herb velouté, and adorned with thin slices of preserved lemons. For dessert, we had malva pudding, which is another beloved South African creation. It's a soft, sweet, and sticky sponge cake that feels comforting as a warm hug. Werf's version was really moist and baked to perfection, served with a scoop of vanilla ice cream and a cup of creme anglaise to pour over the cake.
Rich, sweet, moist, milky. Masarap.
All these while you're also taking in a relaxing view of the estate. Stellenbosch town itself is a charming blend of history and modernity. Walking through the town center, you'll find beautifully preserved Cape Dutch architecture, art galleries, and coffee shops that seem to invite you to linger just a little bit longer. The town's oak-lined avenues are perfect for strolling, and you can easily spend hours wandering in and out of quaint boutiques and cafes. But Stellenbosch is more than just pretty streets, there's history here too. So make sure to visit the Stellenbosch Museum, a collection of preserved buildings that showcase life in the town through the centuries. Also check out the Rupert Museum, dedicated to South African art. And if you're a nature lover, this nature reserve offers a peaceful escape right in the middle of the town with walking trails that showcase the region's unique flora. If your idea of a perfect getaway includes a little indulgence, Lanzerac Hotel and Spa has got you covered. This 5-star estate is the epitome of luxury, offering guests a chance to unwind in the lap of historic opulence. It is located on one of Stellenbosch's oldest wine estates, with roots dating back to 1692. Driving onto the property, I couldn't help but feel like we'd wandered straight into a movie set. The first thing that greeted us was a cinematic row of towering oak trees, framed by majestic mountains, endless vineyards, and Cape Dutch architecture. If you're on a day trip, you could drop by Lanzerac for wines or a meal. It has 4 on-site dining spots. We only had the chance to experience the manor kitchen. For appetizers, I kicked things off with crispy pork belly and king oyster scallops, accompanied by an apple celery root puree and spiced mushroom juice. I paired it with Lanzerac's Pinotage Rosé 2023, made entirely from Pinotage grapes. Not sure if it was the perfect pairing, but I wanted something aromatic to balance out the savory flavors of my starter. Meanwhile, Vince went for the crayfish cacio e pepe with chive linguine and thermidor sauce. A deliciously rich seafood and cheese combo brightened up by a sprinkle of pink peppercorns. I had a taste and can confirm it was amazing. He paired his dish with a fruity 2023 Lanzerac Sauvignon Blanc, which brought a crisp contrast to the oceany flavors. For mains, I opted for the lamb duo, a belly and cutlet combo which were both so tender. It came with artichoke, protito gratin, and a lemon onion soubise. A smoky 2021 Pinotage aged for 16 months in French oak was the perfect companion, with its spiciness playing nicely with the lamb. Vince had the smoked filet mignon, served with sweetbreads, roasted heirloom carrots, and garlic potato puree. His steak was perfectly medium rare, with a light seasoning complementing the plum and berry notes in his merlot. But the real highlight of Lanzerac is its world-class spa, we were told. Set amidst the vineyards, the spa offers a range of treatments like wine-themed therapies, steam rooms, saunas, and a heated indoor pool. Sadly, our packed schedule kept us from trying this one out. Let's not forget that Lanzerac has a hotel. Although Stellenbosch can be explored on a day tour, if you want to indulge a little, you can spend a night here too. Lanzerac has a reputation for exceptional service, combining the classic elegance with modern amenities, and we saw that during our stay. The room assigned to us was spacious and elegantly styled with antique furniture and plush linens that make you feel like you've stepped back in time without sacrificing comfort. Whether you're into wine, history, cars, or just looking for a bit of R&R, the Cape Winelands has something for everyone. It's a destination that offers more than just breathtaking landscapes. It's also a place to immerse yourself in South Africa's rich culture, emphasis on rich, delicious cuisine, and world-class wines. And with that, I say, cheers to that. Our stay in Cape Town was a mix of DIY and collab with Constellation Travels. And sure, Cape Town can absolutely be explored on your own. If that's your travel style and or you have a limited budget, that could be a great option for you. And if you're visiting to kick back and enjoy without the fuss, then booking a tour package is something to consider. It has some solid perks. Constellation Travels, one of the Philippines' most established travel agencies, has been helping Filipinos discover the world since 1970. They offer a range of South Africa packages from group tours to custom itineraries, so you can skip the hassle of planning and focus on the best part, enjoying your vacation. Exploring a new country can be a bit daunting, especially if your schedule is tight, and if you'd rather relax than sort through logistics, Constellation has you covered. They'll handle your visas, flights, and accommodations and offer 24/7 support, so you're always taken care of. Get in touch with Constellation Travels through these contact numbers and email address or visit their official website at constellationtravels.com.ph. In our next video, we'll show you some of the best and most exciting ways to explore Cape Town. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, ring the bell, and select all so you're notified when it's out. If you're watching this on Facebook, like and follow this page too. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. Just search at The Poor Traveler, single L. We also have a podcast. Follow The Poor Traveler Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's all for now. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it.